What's up, guys? This is the Beyond Celebrity Show. I'm your host, Cesar Pena. Got your co-host, Miguel Sanchez. Say what's up.
Everybody.
I got two special guests today. They're going to be singing for you guys today. I got my boy, Ethan. What's going on, Ethan?
Hi, guys.
And I got my homegirl, Lily. What's going on, Lily?
What's up?
Introduce you guys to the world.
Yeah, who want to go first?
Who want to go first?
All right, you first.
My name's Lily Massey. I'm a pop R&B singer from New Jersey. I have a couple songs out on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, all that. So yeah, you can stream it there.
Nice.
Cool. How you, Ethan?
My name's Ethan. I go by Ethan Zev. That's my artist name. And I recently I'm an upcoming artist. I have one song out with Lily. It's a Some Love remix. I have a song coming out in May to start. It's the lead single off my upcoming EP. And yeah.
I am so excited. You're going to debut that song on our show today. So
that's crazy.
I'm so excited. I'm excited. So news just came in that they will be canceling all shows, all concerts for the rest of 2020. What do you guys think about that?
I personally think that it's really insane because for me, concerts are a big thing, and I genuinely personally enjoy them very much, as a lot of people know. And I was looking forward to going to Coachella. I'm supposed to be in California right now. We are supposed to be in California right now. It's supposed to be yesterday was the last night of the first weekend of Coachella. That got canceled.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had tickets to go to this album release party next Monday, and that's canceled. We had so many concerts that we had set to go to, and they all got canceled. So it's pretty upsetting.
Wow. What about you, Lily?
Yeah, I mean, every single concert that he was supposed to go to, I was supposed to go to with him. I was supposed to perform a couple times in LA. That got canceled, so it's really sad.
Now, from an artist point of view, right? Because I know Ethan I don't know if he was booked for later on shows. I know Lily, you've been doing this for I don't know how long. I want the fans to know how long you've been a singer.
I've been a singer my whole life, but I've been an artist, recording and releasing since I was 12. So I've really never done anything else. So it's a scary world because it's unpredictable right now, how artists are gonna make money and songwriters and performers and stuff. So it's scary, still being an upcoming artist, really never doing anything else, and going into this new world that we're in where it's everything is shut down and you don't know what's gonna happen with concerts, and I don't know what my next performance is gonna be,
Wow.
Yeah.
What about you, Ethan? Did you have anything scheduled for
Unfortunately not, just because I am still in the works of everything. But yeah, I didn't have anything upcoming. I know Lily had one show we were gonna do in the summer, we were planning on it, and I was gonna open up for her and stuff, but obviously that might not happen now with everything that's going on. And it's like Lily said, it's sad because there are people who survive off of posting and Instagram posts because they're somewhere and now they can't make any money. I know that's such first world problems, but people can get money from working at certain places, and they can get money from the United States, but they can't get money. People like us can't get money just for being influencers or artists,
Yeah.
Wow. So all right, besides all that, so what's gonna be the first song? What's up, y'all?
Do you want to do your song first, Lil, and then I could do then we could do something else?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But you're debuting your song, so
I want to do mine last.
okay. So this song is called, let me know if you can hear me, if I'm playing too loud or you can't hear my voice, let me know and I'll stop. But this is called Harmless. It's out right now on all platforms. Yeah, it's the first single off my first EP.
So is it on the Spotify? Is it Lily Massey on
Yes.
Spotify? Okay. So it's Lily Massey on Spotify. We can find the single.
Yes.
All your songs. Okay. All right.
Yeah. This one's called Harmless.
All right.
Cool. Again, let me know if you can hear me. Hold on. Is it too loud?
It sounds good.
Okay. Look at me, I'm alone crying. Never been the same since the day I met.
I think your voice is too loud. The piano's much louder than your voice right now. Yeah.
Cool. I'm alone crying. Never been the same since the day that I met. Since I met you. And no, I'm not usually like this. But since that kiss, I didn't know beyond that kiss. You got me like this. I've been thinking about you, overthinking about you. Pouring tequila in my veins, I can't stop drinking about you. Thought I was good without you, I'm fucking lost without you. Reminiscing about all the times we were on Hollywood Boulevard, kissing under the stars. Thought it'd be easy till it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Speeding down empty streets, drowning in your heartbeat. Thought it'd be easy, but it wasn't. Thought I was good, but you got me crying over you. Oh, crying over you. Got me crying over you. Tears fall from my eyes as fast as the rain. Memories of you outside my window. Got me all over and over again. You had me high without the smoke, coming down and losing hope. Reason dreams go down my throat. I just can't seem to let you go. I've been thinking about you, overthinking about you. Pouring tequila in my veins, I can't stop drinking about you. Thought I was good without you, I'm fucking lost without you. Reminiscing about all the times we were on Hollywood Boulevard, kissing under the stars. Thought it'd be easy, but it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No. Speeding down empty streets, drowning in your heartbeat. Thought it'd be easy, but it wasn't. Thought it was harmless, but now my heart aches. Thought I was in control, but now I'm losing hold of me. Thought it'd be harmless, but now my heart aches. Oh love, oh love, I thought harmless. I think my mom accidentally just joined.
Oh, yeah.
How is that possible?
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
I don't know how that's possible.
And Emily, who's Emily too? We got a full crowd today.
Like, what's the wrong link?
Oh, you sent the link. I see what you did. You sent the link.
Yes.
Yeah. I got Miguel. Text me the link to the actual live.
All right.
I'll send you the link. The link I sent you was to get on the live.
All right, I'll send it to you right now. Where should I send it, from YouTube or Facebook? Where are they?
Probably YouTube. The YouTube link.
All right.
Yeah, that was amazing, Lily.
Thank you.
That was really good. All right, the link is in the chat, but I guess the chat doesn't make sense. I'll text it to you right now, Cesar.
Yeah, and then I'll send it to them.
Word. Thank you.
No problem.
So yeah, that was harmless.
Oh,
Good.
your mom was creeping. Your mom was like, oh,
Not Lori.
she was like, where am I?
What is this?
That's awesome. So yeah, so Ethan, what first Lily, what inspired you with that song?
Well, I was like in sort of a relationship with someone that wasn't like really a relationship, but like it was a relationship, if that makes sense. And so it just like ended, and I was just like really heartbroken about it. And so I just wrote about how like we spent all that time together, and like nothing changed because we're like friends, but it's just like we never dated, and it just was like you thought like falling in love would be like harmless, but it wasn't. So that's what I wrote it about.
So we got another artist that we featured over here, Ari Sky. She's one of an upcoming artist as well, and she's already following you. So just
I appreciate that.
Yeah. That's all I want to do here too. I want to feature artists coming up and give you guys a platform so people can listen to you guys and then start it up. You know what I'm saying? Get the ball rolling.
That's really important that you do that, because that's what it's about. Like,
amen.
Upcoming artists that's what they need, like somebody with a platform to help them.
Amen. So Ethan, you ready to rock, Ethan?
Yeah, Lily, do you want to do Some Love, or do you want to do? I'll do these ones. Okay, so I don't have the correct instrumental for it, so I'm gonna have to sing over my own voice, but I'll lower it as best as I can, if that's okay.
Okay, that's all right. You do it. You got what you got to do.
Okay, so this is These Feelings. This is the lead single off my debut EP.
All right.
You guys can hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Your touch is the sweetest feeling. It turns me on and on and on. Kissing slow when my heart's beating. Baby, I'm yours. Every time that I look into your eyes, I want you all to myself, boy. Yeah. So hypnotized, can't tell if I must survive. I need you and nobody else. Feelings that I just cannot ignore. You give me these feelings, and I just keep wanting more. I just want your body on me. I love the way you touch my skin. Baby boy, I can't stop thinking about you all up in my bed. Every time that I look into your eyes, I want you and nobody else. Oh, it's so hypnotized, can't tell if I'm to survive. I need you and nobody else. You give me the feelings that I just cannot ignore. You give me these feelings, and I just keep wanting more. You give me these feelings. That was it.
Woo!
Thank you.
All right, Ethan. So how did this song come up?
Okay, so me and Lily actually, she was in California and I was here in Jersey, and I was just like, you know what? It's Lily always is like pushing me. Like we actually recorded a song that we were very, very upset about, and we like recorded it and like everything, and like it's not really like in the works anymore. But we recorded that song, and that was my first time ever going to the studio, and that's when we did the Some Love remix. And Lily always was like, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to start this like.
I just think he's so talented, so I always push him.
Yeah, thank you. But like, she always is pushing me to do this, and I was like pushing it off. I was like, no, I don't want to go to the studio. Like, so much money. Like, there's no point. And I was like, you know what? One day I was like sitting in my room, and I was just like singing to these YouTube beats, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna like tell Lily to like write a song with me and be like, okay, I think we should just do this. And then I found a producer that actually lives an hour away from me, and he sent me this beat and fixed it up. We went to the studio, and then I recorded it. I went a couple times to the studio, and then yeah, that's how this song became about. But the song is about just like how you have like these feelings for this one person. It doesn't have to be like a guy or a girl. It could be either or. But like just like how you just constantly want them like around. You just want to be with them and everything. But yeah, that's what the song's about. That's how it like became a thing.
That's what's up, Ethan. I've known you for a little while now, Ethan, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
For real. So I definitely give me some tickets to your concert, guys. Okay? Like, you know, 100%. I can privilege over the rest of them. All right, guys.
Of course.
So straight up, you guys together, how'd you guys become friends? Like, how long you guys known each other?
We actually met at an Ariana Grande concert like 2 years ago.
Yeah, we met at the Sweetener Festival. It was like we waited actually. This is like very weird, but like I would never do this ever again just because of the experience and how traumatic it was. We waited 24 hours on the side of the street to be front row, and we were like front row, and that's you get to know somebody when you're sitting on the side of the New York street.
Yeah, I know.
So we just kind of became.
That's why we feel like our friendship was meant to happen because it was so.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So that was the Sweetener. That was the last tour.
No, that was actually it was the month that she released Sweetener. It was August like 20th was the show, and the 17th she released Sweetener. And you know she was like in and out of New York. So she did like the Sweetener sessions where it was like at Irving Plaza.
Yes, I remember that. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. So this song, how did this song come about? The duet. How did this come about?
Well, it's my song, and Ethan loved it, and like so, I was like, why don't you sit? Well, we were in the studio because I dragged him to the studio because I wanted to make a song with him really bad, and like I wanted him to be a singer because like I feel like he's so talented, and he just needs someone to like tell him that he has to do it. So I wrote this song, and I was like, we're gonna sing this song. It's gonna be our song. That's the song he was talking about where it's like we can't really release it yet because we don't really have the rights to it. It's like complicated. But so while we were there, I was like, Ethan, why don't you just sing like the first verse of my song, Some Love, because like you love that song, and then we'll just release it as like a remix so that you have something out. And like so yeah, that's how this happened. All
right. So no further ado, let's get into it.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I don't know how this is gonna work because like he's playing the instrumental and then I'm gonna like sing, but like hopefully we can hear it, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, let's try. I'm gonna do this.
Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Hold on. I have to get the
flag.
Okay, wait. First, I'm gonna see if you guys can hear it.
Okay.
Tell me if it lags. I'm gonna sing like a little bit, and then tell me if it lags.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah. Good. Oh no.
You guys are duet.
I don't know who you've been texting, but lately you all in my mentions, so I don't know why you play like you do. You always tell me you love me, so why you expecting love from me? I just wish that we were the way we used to. We're far from perfect, but it was working. I don't know what changed. Off the surface can tell you hurting. You're using him to numb your pain. I just need someone. I just need someone. I just need somebody. I just need someone. Someone else. You don't give me nothing. I just want some love.
Love. I need love. Here it's lagging.
Can you hear it?
It's lagging so much.
This is so bad. I'm so
Sing
sorry.
it a cappella.
Let's do acapella. Let's do acapella. Let's do acapella.
Okay.
This is the first time you guys are in sync right here. This is the first time. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, right? You
Yeah.
can say I'm needy or greedy or both, I can't tell. I just know that I want you and nobody else. You can't blame me for the way that you make me feel. Baby, I'm selfish as hell. Want you all to myself. Perfect, but it was working. I don't know what changed. You off the surface can tell you hurt it. You using her to numb your pain. I just need some love. I just need someone. I just need somebody. I just need some love from someone else's heart. 'Cause you don't give me none. Babe, I just want some love. That's it. I wish we were together so we could actually sing it live together,
It
but
would have been better if we were together. Plus, it was like laggy. I couldn't really like.
It's all good. It's all good. So this is I could hear a lot of influence from like R&B. It's like real R&B music. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, I started out as a pop artist, but now I'm like transitioning to like pop R&B, more like R&B, and Ethan's an R&B artist, so
Yeah, I could hear it a lot from Ethan too. Ethan got that Usher.
I
kind
love
of-
R&B soul. I grew up.
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
so
exactly.
thing.
Yeah, very soulful guys. Amazing, amazing. I love that you guys came on. You guys killed it. You know, what are some of you guys' influences? You know what I'm saying?
For me, definitely like for my music, especially just because it's like more R&B, I really love Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole, like growing up for me, like my mom would play it in the car, and I'd always just listen to like all my mom listened to was R&B because like my parents are divorced, and like my mom, like that was like her little breakup track. Like she would always just listen to like Keisha Cole and like just like so much R&B to the point where I was like so hooked on it, and like till now, like I still listen to it. So it's just more of like how I perceive myself to be a singer. But I also do think that it fits my sound of like my voice, so that's why I like R&B, and definitely just like influence like me to like want to sing and like be an artist was definitely like growing up with like Camp Rock and like definitely Ariana and like Justin and all them. Like they've just like watching them as I grow up just like has made me feel like I like should pursue in like my music career.
So one of the comments is that you remind them of a young Justin Timberlake.
Oh, wow.
that's a compliment.
That's a big compliment.
Real good compliment. Yeah. JT, he's very soulful too. You know what I'm saying? So
Him too, especially. Definitely old Justin Timberlake, especially. He was very, very R&B. Now I feel like he's more pop.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So Lily, where did you get your influence? Like who influenced you the most?
Mine's very different. I grew up on old school rap, so I grew up listening to like only rap music, like NWA, Tupac, Eminem, like Lil Kim, like all that. So I guess that's where I get like my R&B from because like it's kind of like that era. of like 90s like rap and 80s rap and stuff. But then like what inspired me to be an artist, I would say, is definitely like Ariana Grande, Fifth Harmony, like One Direction, like the pop people are what made me like want to be an artist and made me realize that like it's possible. And they're the ones that made me transition to singing, because I actually started as a rapper, since that's all I like ever knew, because it's what I grew up on. Yeah. Wow. I went on tour as a rapper when I was like 14, 15.
Really?
And I realized that's just not like who I am. Like,
so you wrote rhymes and everything like that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but you have a for me? You got a bar? You got a bar for me?
I have like, it's like the problem is.
You must have.
Sorry, you're lagging. What happened?
Yeah, no, Miguel, I think Miguel.
Sorry. I said you must have an older sibling or something that you like hip hop, 90s hip hop.
No, it was my older cousins mainly, and my mom listened to it a little bit. So
you have
something. You got to.
Yeah.
You have
the raps that I have though are from when I was like 14 and 15, so they're so corny. Like they're not like good enough. Like you're gonna like.
They're cute though.
Just one bar.
F-boy, somebody said F-boy lessons.
That's one of my songs. I can. It's like cheesy. I don't know. It's not good.
Next time you have to write a rap.
What is it rap about? It's like not good. I'm telling you.
That's all right. That it's from the heart. You know what I'm saying? That bars are bars. You know, so any bar that comes in your head while we conversating, just let us know. Let us know. All right. So Ariana Grande, give me your best experience with Ariana Grande.
Well,
if you had one.
I mean honestly, like the sweetener side, like just because like I met Ethan and like all my friends like through her, like that day probably was like my favorite experience, like involving her, just because I feel like it changed my life in a way. Like I met people that like are gonna be in my life forever, and like. So that I think is definitely my favorite experience. But do you mean like meeting her or like my experience like involving her?
No, that's what I meant. Anything involving her in the middle, your best experience, even if it's with her, right? What is your best experience? Because what you guys mentioned, you guys met with the whole sweetener thing. I just want to know what other things happened with like Ariana Grande being around and stuff like that.
Definitely for me, I would say the same thing. Like when I like was going into like waiting in that line, like I didn't think that I was gonna ever like make friends that I like basically I'm gonna like hopefully spend the rest of my life with. Like me and Lily are so close now. It's like kind of very like not
like the location of where we met on the inside.
Yeah, like we have like this like little like engagement ring, and it has like like when you like work out, you're supposed to like change your ring and like put like the wet one on. There we have one, and it has like the what is it, Lily?
It's the coordinates of Irving Plaza.
Yeah, we're like
no,
but like I feel like Ariana, especially like her and like Justin, mostly Ariana for me. I never would have met Lily. I never would have met my other friends that I'm so close with now if it wasn't for her. And I actually told her that recently at the Sweetener World Tour. I told her like I would never have like the friends that I have now. Like it's not like we just like hang out when we go and see Ariana. We hang out on the weekends. We go travel to see each other. Me and Lily live like an hour and 30 minutes away from each other. We travel every weekend. We can like like. And like not just me and Lily, just like all like our little group that we have. We're just all like so far away, but we make time to see each other. And I feel like I wouldn't have that, and I don't have that really like where I'm from, my hometown, like where the people I go to school with, I'm super close with. Like I've lived with them forever, but I just don't have like the same connection as I do like with them, as I wouldn't have the same connection with like Lily as I do with like the people at home. But like it's just different,
No, I get it. And I love telling these stories because it's more than just fan club. Like oh my God, Ariana, let me get a picture with, is the bonds that people make when they're waiting for her, right? And they're waiting for Justin, and when they're waiting for a lot of these artists, it's this bond that's unbroken because you guys been through it, and been through that 24 hours waiting, and been through, the lot of stuff, together. And that bond is unbreakable, and I've seen it over and over again from my whole 15 years, and just watching fans just waiting out there for. Sometimes I see the same fans waiting out there for 3 or 4 days, and not see their favorite artists, and then all of a sudden they see them and they go bananas, and it's like 5 seconds, but they go crazy and they start crying, and that energy is like no other. Like I never felt that energy from nothing else that I ever done in this business, and fans are everything, and you guys, is an example of that bond that I always talk about. I always talk about you guys, like the way you are and the way, you built this up. I always talk about that. I always talk about that fan bond is like no other.
Mm-hmm.
I agree 100%. I feel like, especially growing up, like being like a stan, as you can say, like I feel like it has influenced me to become like who I am, like trying to become in the music industry as an artist, especially like Lily can agree with me. Like we know everything. We know that like the ins and outs. We know like how to do this and that, like where to go on stage, like little things, like just being there, like especially like, yeah, basically.
Like I'm a very small artist, obviously, but I get DMs constantly like, oh my God, like I support you because like you support me. Like I support you because you answer my DMs in a second. Like you just know how to talk to your fans. You know how to treat them like your friends. And I'm just like, I feel like I wouldn't know that if I didn't grow up being like a stan of like a celebrity that like made me feel like certain ways, because I feel like all that was like a lesson, like teaching me how to like become what I've always wanted to be. Like being in the crowd is like teaching me what it's going to be like to be on stage one day.
Wow. That's amazing. Miguel, we have any questions?
Right now, no questions. Any questions from the audience? Ask right now. For me, I guess, how did that transition become from a fan to an, trying to be an act? At what point did you decide to do it, or was that always a goal of yours, even before going out and trying to meet celebrities?
For me, I don't actually know. Like I get asked this a lot, and I don't even know the answer. Like I've always wanted to be on stage, like in the music industry. Like when I was in first grade, I wanted to be like a professional drummer and like go on tour as a drummer. And when I was like in like middle school, I wanted to be like on Broadway, so I would do like musicals a lot. And like then when I was in high school, I don't know what made me like switch, but like I just started writing like rap songs, and like I just decided that I wanted to do that. So I would post it a lot, and like since I'm like a white girl, I got like a lot of attention. And then I guess like just some upcoming rappers like hit me up, and then they were just like, oh, like you should come on tour with us. And like I feel like that just like gave me that push to like realize that this is what I'm like meant to do, because that's all I've ever like known. And it's just been like different like subcategories of the same thing, basically, like being a drummer, then like being on Broadway, and now being like my own artist. It's just like everything I've ever wanted to do is just in the entertainment industry, I feel like.
Oh wow, you were on Broadway?
No, I wanted to be on Broadway.
Okay. I was like, let's talk about that. So go ahead.
For me, I feel like it's sort of the same thing. Like I just always known that I wanted to do something that was either singing or performing, just because like I would, oh my God, when I was little, I just remember like having this little microphone that was like a Hannah Montana microphone, and then like my grandparents bought it for me. And they used to live in New York City, and I would just like go into the basement and I'd like set up this like chairs, and I'd just like perform for them. And like I just sing until they were like, okay, that's enough. Like we're gonna go upstairs now. But like it's just always been like a big thing for me, especially when I started going to concerts at such a young age. I feel like I always was like, why am I like here in the crowd and not up there singing with them? Like it was just more of like I really wanted to be on the stage, so I would just keep going to concerts. And people would like come at me, not come at me, but just like say like, oh, why are you going to like this random like artist? Like nobody, I don't even know who this is. And like, it's just because I would like see something in them that I could see inside myself. And now, for example, I don't know if you know this artist. Her name is Her. She's an R&B artist, and she was not big at all. Like 2 years ago, she was not big. She was still like a little performer. Like she was very upcoming, and I just remember going to her concert, and there was like not that many people there. It was not sold out. It was in Philly, and I just remember like being like, wow, like if she can do this, and like she just released one song like that, then I can do it too. And that's when I started to realize like I wanted to like make music, but I just never had the push until I met Lily. And I feel like her being like an upcoming artist and like her having like a fan base and her having music out and knowing what she's doing, it pushed me more to want to do it. So that's where my story comes from.
Nice. So this is what I call the compiling, like putting one brick at a time and just keep doing it, right? So between you, Lily, and Ethan, you guys got this bond together. Keep putting those brick by brick stuff, and I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Her, I know her, right? I seen her, the artist known as Her, and her beginnings was not big, like you said, Ethan, and now she's almost featured on almost everybody's stuff now. And
nominated. It's like Grammy winning. It's like it's actually really shocking how like somebody can go from nothing. Like it's not that she didn't have nothing. Like she was just like she wasn't brought into like the industry of fame though. Like that's how like when people blow up, I feel like when you hear somebody on the radio, you're like, who is this? And then you look at them, they have like 3.5 million followers. Like where did they come from? Their parents were either producers or they had like some kind of and like she didn't have that really. And like certain artists don't have that now. And like social media is such a big platform where you can like show your music and like do certain things. And I feel like that's where it comes from.
So we spoke about something just like this with Billie Eilish, her sitting in being in her room. I know her brother was a professional guitarist. He could have went far doing his own thing. I know he was in Letterman show back in the day, and he was doing things like that. So he was becoming that professional guitarist and doing his own thing with music. But when he shut it down and really took Billie in her room, and Billie Eilish was breaking down all the stuff she was doing. I was seeing it on the James Gordon show, and it was inspiring. It was inspiring. I don't know if you guys seen that interview, and if you know more about Billie Eilish, she was inspiring. If you don't know her story, definitely look her up and kind of just see her, see what she's done and things like that. And that's awesome that you just go to people's concerts just to write things down and see how things are. This is that it's all homework. Especially you guys coming up as future up and coming artists and up and coming artists now and future superstars. Everything is homework. And seeing how they act and seeing how they do things. And I know you guys know that.
Yeah, like, even sometimes when me and Ethan are at concerts, like we'll literally like poke each other and like point to that and be like, "Do you see what she just did?" Or like, "Do you see what they just did?" We like say that to each other because we'll be like, "Make sure you watch what she just did," because like that's something we should be studying, like so that we could do that. Like,
Yep. I know you guys do that. That's why I was there. I was like, yo, I know, because I'm around that kind of thing. When I first met Ariana, I saw from not doing concerts and just singing on YouTube to doing an actual concert, and seeing that whole come up. It was the first time I saw someone from the behind the scenes become a superstar was with Ari. Like Justin, I see it from afar, but I'm talking about backdoor, seeing everything, from the come up all the way to superstar. And that breakdown, she was insane with that, just studying people and seeing mannerisms and stuff like that, and really knowing, okay, this is where I want to go with this. You know, it started off with the pop thing, and early on I was like, you should go with the R&B thing. You know, I was like, yo, the R&B thing is gonna be your thing. And then she was like, I know, but early on they had her on some pop thing, but it was all good. You know, she had to learn, she had to go through the ropes, and now she's a super duper star. You know, but that's definitely one thing I definitely would love. You know, I'm passing on to you guys, and I can sense that you guys know this too. You know, study these artists. You know, of course, enjoy their music, but study the artists, see how they work. You know, on stage and off stage. You know, staying like with the fans. The fans are very important. You know, a lot of people that don't grow past a certain point is because they're not intertwined with their fans. You know, and this is another thing with Ari. Early on, with her fans, she was doing anything for her fans, and I was there instructing her that. Like everything, I was instructing. I was like, I used to bring 10 fans, 15 fans. Show it, like, be human, you know what I'm saying? And love your fans. And people that show that side of themselves go to a whole different level. Yeah. So prepare yourselves, because I'm going to bring fans to you guys. So get ready.
100%.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, like 100%, I agree with you.
Yep.
The question: how are you guys staying inspired in quarantine?
Kimari, that's our friend. He's super talented.
He is very talented.
He's gonna be gonna be a really famous producer. I just know it. He's so talented.
He's gonna be on the show.
All right. Yep. Great question. Great question.
Well, me and Lily were actually quarantined together at first before this got like super like out of hand. And we were just like, for the first few days, we were just, like, chilling, you know, whatever. And then we were like, you know, we should like start writing stuff and like start singing. And like, we were just like on YouTube, like looking up beats, and we were just like talking to, she was talking to like her producer, I was talking to my producer, and just like seeing like different beats that we already had from them, and like just mindscaping through each other, basically. I don't know, Lily, what do you want to say about it? And recently we just actually recorded, like she has a mic and like everything set up at her house, and we each recorded a song that we plan on probably releasing soon. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to stay inspired when you're just stuck in the house, but I feel like I've been writing a lot about being stuck in the house and like being stuck in like my own mind, and like your mind is like if you really just sit with yourself, like your mind is like a really interesting place. So there's like a lot of things you could write about. And so you just got to really just keep sitting there and just thinking about life and just like all the different things you could write about. Like you could always just think of something and like flip it to something completely different. You know, there's always something to inspire you. TV shows, other music. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. All right. So other than, I guess, I don't know if you actually met, is it Ariana Grande? You said you went to the concert. Any other celebrities that you've met?
We've met a lot of celebrities.
Yeah.
Like other than Ariana, like
which one stands out? Like which celebrity stands out that you had a great experience with?
Well, Ariana Grande, 100%, is like the nicest celebrity I've ever met in my life, and she doesn't have to be because she's like probably the most famous one. But I mean, Fifth Harmony growing up, like, was also, like, equally with me, Ariana, like, my favorites. So, like, they definitely stand out, like, each of them individually, like, Camila, Dinah, Ali, like, all of them. So they're all really very nice people. They definitely stand out to me.
All right. What about you, Ethan?
I think, especially because I love R&B music so much, and, like, Kehlani is a very, very big artist that I look up to. And I recently met her. Well, I met her a couple times. I met her once in New York. She was doing like a CD signing. This one, she was like first becoming like anything. Like she was just out of like Oakland, California. She was just like releasing like, I think it was You Should Be Here. I think it was that one. And she was just doing press, and I just had seen her, and like she was very nice. She didn't stop for anyone, but I had met her when she released her second album, And that was when I was like, damn, like she's actually really nice. And then I went and met her again because she went on tour with Demi Lovato, and I met her 3 times on that tour. Just because, like, that was also when I was very, like, I was like 15 turning 16, and I was just like so inspired, especially by her, because like I just love R&B music so much. And she actually remembered who I was from meeting her a week prior, and she like, I was like so scared to hug her, and she was like, "Don't be a stranger, like hug me, like, you know." And like, I don't know, she was just very, very nice. Like, I feel like it would be like Ariana, then like Kehlani, and then like other people that I've met.
I have a Kehlani story too. So Kehlani, when she first came up, she was actually dropped her first album, just literally about to release her first single of the album, and they had like a album release party, and then she went to an after party. It was at a chicken waffle spot downtown with all her friends, you know. So we, me and my ex-partner, we went down there. We was gonna just meet her, and that was the first time I was gonna meet her. And she came out. She was like, "Why you have a camera?" And I was like, "Oh, you know, I'm just videotaping you and stuff." So her people around her, a lot of them are from like Oakland and stuff like that. So they looked like they wanted to fight me, you know. And I was just like, nah, like I turn off my camera for you, but like I don't want to fight. Like, what's going on? Like, and they was like, nah, why are you out here? And I was like, you know, I usually do up and coming artists, and then it was like, there's a time and place. It's 11 o'clock at night, you know, and we feeling nice right now, you know. So they was a little, you know, tipsy. So I just walked away, but I introduced myself to Kehlani. She actually wanted to talk, and then her friends was like, not right now. So then I met her later, and I took a picture with her like a couple of days after that. But she's a sweetheart. She's 100% sweetheart, and I love her music. Her music is crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm very inspired by her, especially with like the music that me and like I make.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, I really love Kehlani. I met her a couple of times as well. She's really nice.
Yeah. I can hear the flow. You guys flow. It's like that kind of soulful. You know, if people never heard Kehlani, definitely listen to Kehlani. You know, because it's a whole different kind of vibe.
She definitely like what inspired me to transition from like rap to like pop. I feel like when I was like trying to learn how to sing, I like listened to her first album like constantly and just like sang it a lot. So like I feel like I kind of like have a lot of her like vibe in my songs.
If you listen, Lily has don't get mad at me, Lily, but Lily has a song on SoundCloud that she covered of Kehlani. I swear, if you play them at the same exact time and you play them together like back to back, she will see no difference. They sound exactly the same. Lily sounds exactly like Kehlani. I'm not even kidding you. When she sings certain things, it's scary. I remember when I posted on my Instagram, my Snapchat story, and I posted like a video of me like lip singing like a song, and they were like, "Oh, like is that Lily's new song?" And I was like, "No, it's Kehlani."
Lily, you gotta
I wanted to come up here.
You gotta text me that SoundCloud, Lily.
I will.
I want to listen to that. I definitely want to listen to that.
Richard Rodriguez is asking, what's your social medias? I know Kyle put Lily's, but what's yours?
Mine's just my name. I can put it in the. Can I type in the live comments? No, I can't.
No, yeah.
It's just Ethan Zev.
I'll put it
and ZEV.
Okay, so Ethan Z.
Yeah, Miguel could put it on the scroll.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right.
Kyle looking out. Who's Kyle? Who's Kyle, Lily?
He's my like best friend. He's in my house right now.
Oh yeah? That's awesome.
He was my vocal coach my whole life.
Nice. So I guess any last questions or procedure?
So this is a major question for you guys. Up and coming artists, right? Artists that like they can sing but they don't know what to do, like what steps to take. What would you recommend day one to do?
I would definitely say Lily taught me like a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I would not know much at all if it wasn't for Lily, and I would really think that you need to get yourself out there first. Definitely do like covers. Make sure people know that you're like, you can do what you're doing. If not, then people aren't going to like pay attention to you. And especially in the industry, I think that what I've learned and what Lily's taught me, I feel like everything is connections. You cannot not have connections when you're trying to make it somewhere. Lily, and like you can even ask Lily, like for me, I've never noticed everybody I follow that I work with or that I have worked with or that I'm trying to work with follows each other. So it's all experience. You all have to like, everyone knows everyone basically in the music industry. And that's what I've learned from the few months that I've been doing this. And it's crazy because I would send my song to one producer who works with a verified artist with 1 million followers, and they know the producer that I've worked with that has 6,000 followers that's not verified. You know, it's like everyone knows everyone, no matter how many like followers or non-followers, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
One thing I'm seeing in my, I'm on the sidelines and the technology side. One thing I've seen that's thrown off artists is not expecting to do a collab with someone that you think is lower than you. Like I've literally seen Cardi B be like, shunned, and then she's the biggest thing out, right? And then the opposite, right? Somebody shuns someone that is nothing, and then they become bigger than them, So I've seen all kind of things like that. So that's a tip. Like make sure you're willing to collab with people. No matter the skill, if the music combined, if it's a good combination,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
So Lily, what advice would you give? What's that sound?
Sorry, I keep getting notifications. I don't know how to.
So just do the on the side, so it just vibrates.
It's on my computer though.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, yo, is that a sound of an alarm or something like that? I'm about to start running.
I don't know how to turn it off. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Go ahead, Lily.
I would say like I agree with Ethan. Like you need to get yourself out there like a lot. Like you need to post every single day. You need to show people what you can do. You need to go live a lot on every platform, and you need to have like a really like strong aesthetic that like shows like a consistent one as well that shows like like so that people when they go to see you they know what they're looking at. But I honestly feel like now that I've been doing this for a while and I feel like I did it like the correct way in a sense. Like I think before you start doing all of that, it doesn't matter how great of a singer you think you are, like you need vocal lessons like a lot because like you just need to know the technique because like people will call you out for it. Like there's always going to be like a time where you need to like sing something that like is out of your like experience and like you can't just like back down on that. You need to like learn how to do it properly. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like everybody just needs like before you start like being like a well-known artist, I think you need like proper like training, honestly. Which you can get on YouTube.
So I feel like you guys hit it right in the nose, but I feel like what Ethan said too, get yourself out there first, right? Just go out, just sing somebody's song, right? If you know you got the talent, sing the song. But I love that, Lily, if you want to take it serious, really find a vocal coach, somebody that's known and really.
Or just make sure you know what you're doing because people will call you out. Like they don't care. Like fans will call you out, and you'll be like, oh, like.
Nice. All right, guys. What's the name? This has been amazing. You guys, both of you guys. I wish you guys. We're family now. Ethan's always been family, but Lily, you're part of the family now. So any support, anytime, we're always here. Any advice you ever need or anybody you want to get in contact with, if we got it, you got it. So, yeah.
Thank you.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Any words, Miguel?
No, and I think just like I said, one of the biggest things I've seen is I actually seen an artist, a hip hop artist, work with Cardi B before she was anything, and everybody was not, taking her serious. And then when she blew up, she put him on a song, and because he looked out she looked out and she helped him explode. So things like that. Just make sure you treat everyone like you would like to be treated, and try to be on as many collabs as you can and work. Like Cesar said, just keep putting stuff out. Take advantage of technology. TikTok. I'm always gonna tell you right now, take advantage of these technologies because that's how you explode.
That's gonna be my closing. So both of y'all are both of y'all on TikTok?
Yes.
Yeah.
We actually we blew up recently. We had over 500,000 views on TikTok, but it was a stupid video.
It was a joke. It wasn't like anything stupid.
We did not mean for it to be as big as it got, and when it did, it was like insane.
But you see, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Yeah.
You got to keep doing it with those kind of virals. Then you start getting eyes on you, and then that's when you start doing put little music in there, throw music in there. You know what I'm saying? Like put your own original music in there. And I'm telling you, you're gonna get picked up. That sound is just gonna be like, oh wow, that's that Lily girl. Oh, that's Ethan. Yeah. And then I'm telling you, gotta use the technology what we have right now. It's gonna blow you guys up faster too.
Yeah.
So definitely keep on brick by brick, and keep doing your thing. We're gonna be watching.
Yes, it's so the fans. Thank you everybody for coming through, for listening. Thanks for singing. Cesar, any final words?
Definitely grateful for all the people that came through and watched these two up and coming artists that's gonna become superstars. You've seen it here first. Much love. Make sure you guys stay inside. It's they're saying it's plateauing a little bit, but I don't believe none of that shit. Just stay inside. If you ain't gotta go nowhere, really got to go somewhere, stay inside and stay safe. And all love. Much love.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Anytime, guys.
All right, have a good night.
Peace.